So we have 6 different Bluetooth speakers here to go through. I own 2 of these. That's why these ones are unboxed, because I already own them. This is the Positive Grid Spark Mini. It is a portable guitar amp, but it also doubles as a Bluetooth speaker. So I wanted to throw it into this comparison and see how it holds up. And then I have the Bose SoundLink Revolve, which is, I've had the speaker for a while. You can see that it's been used, but definitely want to keep it in this comparison video. If you buy the Bose SoundLink Revolve from Bose right now, it's about $200. So it's probably around, this one and the Positive Grid Spark Mini are probably the most expensive speakers on this list. The Bose, because, well, you're paying a little bit of tax for how Bose markets their products. And yeah, Bose has been well renowned actually for their portable Bluetooth speakers. So you're paying a little bit extra for the Bose name and their reputation. And then for the Positive Grid, well, it's a guitar amp that doubles as a Bluetooth speaker, so that's why it's a bit more expensive. And then I have the Marshall Embertons here, which are about $150. The smallest speaker in their lineup. They have a whole lineup of different Bluetooth speakers that are styled similarly to their guitar amps. And then the UE Ultimate Ears Boom 3 retails for about $130. So I think this is the cheapest one on this list. So I would say this is a pretty good value if the sound holds up. So we're going to take a look at this one as well. And then the Klipsch Heritage Groove, which is actually the ones that we took a look at, is going to be a mix of 360-degree speakers and non-360. So the Bose, the Ultimate Ears, and the JBL are going to be like 360-degree speakers. And then the Marshall Positive Grid and the Klipsch are going to be more like front-facing speakers. So yeah, then there's the Klipsch Heritage Groove, retails for $150. This is also one I want to test out in the lineup. The Klipsch also makes a whole lineup of different Bluetooth speakers, so their smallest one. And then lastly, we have the JBL Charge 5, another 360-degree speaker, and it's $170. So I also think size-wise, probably this one and the Positive Grid are going to be the biggest. So yeah, let's take a look and compare all these different speakers and see which ones sound the best, especially for what you get for the price. And yeah, stay tuned. All right, first Bluetooth speaker we're going to unbox is the Ultimate Ears Boom 3. So Ultimate Ears, a little bit of background, is a company that first started making in-ear monitors for musicians and you know, studio engineers and people like that. But eventually, instead of just making custom ear molds, they started selling in-ear monitors to the public, kind of created the consumer in-ear market, the IEM market. And nowadays, they're probably more famous for their Bluetooth speakers, like this one, the Ultimate Ears Boom 3. So this one retails for about $130 online in the US. And yeah, it's 15 hours battery life, IP67, waterproof, dustproof, Bluetooth speaker. So 360-degree sound. Yeah, we're definitely gonna test this one out as well to see how good the sound is. But yeah, let's start off with the unboxing. Okay, so you like this, lift it up. All right, so this is what you get inside here. You get yeah, quick start thing, and then you get the speaker itself, and you get a little, I think this is the packet for yeah, this is the charging cable here, which is going to be micro USB, not USB-C, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a micro USB cable here, and kind of like a little safety information thing here. Yeah, put that aside, and yeah, this is the UE Boom 3. This is about the size of it. So this is the size of the UE Boom 3. So it's fairly portable, 360 degrees, and the only major buttons here are the power button on here, which I think is also the pairing button, and these comically large plus and minus buttons for controlling the volume. I guess it's easy to do it when you're just carrying like this. You can just, you know, up the volume, down the volume, and I think this is kind of like a UE signature now. So a lot of Ultimate Ears speakers now have this. It's part of their aesthetic. It's very easy to see these like big buttons now for the volume. And down here, I thought this was initially a tripod mount, but it's not a tripod mount. I think this is actually for an accessory. You can magnetically charge this. So Similar to my Bose SoundLink Revolve, you can put it on a magnetic charger, and I think you can charge it. So yeah, that's the UE Boom 3. Pretty nice speaker, and it comes, you know, this you can have a lanyard and carry it everywhere, and the Ultimate Ears logo on the back, and that's pretty much it. Fairly minimalistic, I would say. Oh yeah, one other thing about the UE Boom 3 is that, yeah, this part down here, this is actually where the charging port is located. So yeah, unfortunately, it still charges with micro USB, and I have no idea why. Like, come on, it's 2022. Like, put a USB-C port here. I don't know why Ultimate Ears decided to stick with micro USB, but anyways, micro USB on the charging port, and it's water. This part is sealed against water, I guess, but still, wish it would be USB-C. All right, next Bluetooth speaker is the JBL Charge 5. This one retails for slightly higher, about $170. And again, a little bit about the company here. JBL is one of the oldest audio companies, actually. They started in the 1930s. And yeah, this is a very long-running brand, and they've been well known for making speaker systems, home audio, and for professional monitors and stuff like that for a very long time, for decades, basically. So JBL has had a rich history of making speakers. These days, they're more focused on consumer market. So you'll see a lot of, yeah, like this kind of stuff, Bluetooth speakers, maybe like cheap headphones, stuff like that. Generally aimed towards the lower end of the market. I'd say that they make some pretty affordable speakers these days. But yeah, historically, they were actually well known for higher end, like home studio monitors and speakers and stuff like that. Yeah, but these days they make more consumer, like affordable consumer speakers, like this one. Let's see, also 360-degree speaker, 20 hours of playtime, IP67 waterproof, dustproof, doubles up power bank. And yeah, let's unbox this one, see how it compares. Okay, and yes, they're owned by Harman Kardon, who is also a maker of home speakers, except these days both of these brands are owned by Samsung now. So JBL technically owned by Samsung, who owns Harman. Okay, so it starts off like this: JBL, play and charge endlessly. And it comes with this. Oh, okay. So this is a USB-C charging cable. So that's nice, pretty up to date. And what else I have here? Yep, you have this little quick start guide. Yeah, not bad. Quick start guide here. Party boost. Yeah, kind of like a pamphlet, actually. Prepare in the box. You can tell that this is made for, I guess, the younger audience. Lots of pictures and stuff like that. Safety warranty card right here as well. Oops. Okay, and then in the box, next up is the speaker itself, and that's it. All right, so they give you, okay, it's not like a carrying case or anything, but nicely wrapped. All right, so this is the JBL Charge 5. Yeah, big letters, JBL right here. It has a really cool color to it. I think they sell these in a few different colors. It definitely feels like a nice waterproof, water-resistant speaker. Like you can just throw it into like a pool and be fine. Yeah, see, I mean, this stuff feels like you can just throw this by the pool and be fine. And I think that's what they want you to do anyways. USB-C charging right here, Charge 5, and yeah, actually, you can connect this. You can actually charge out of this, I think. Yeah, you connect your smartphone and charge out of this. It's protected by this little flap here, which is water sealed. So you can, yeah, I think you can just throw this in a pool and be fine with it. And this port won't be damaged. And when you take it out of the pool, you can charge your phone with it. And this is, I guess, another water-resistant port that you can use to charge your, the speaker itself. And then here you got a loop, looks like repeat. It looks like a repeat logo, so you can repeat songs. Minus button volume, plus button volume, play, power button, and Bluetooth. Pretty simple, easy to operate. Whoa, okay, just starts off like that. No, we'll power it down for now. And you got these side radiators here. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. You got these base radiators on the side, which I actually first had experience with the Creative Sound Blaster Roar 2. I think that's the first one. The first set of Bluetooth speakers I had experience with that use these passive radiators. Looks like JBL does it too here. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, that's the JBL Charge 5. A little bit more towards the expensive end when it comes to this list, but yeah, 170 bucks, but pretty cool looking. All right, definitely meant more for like party and pool parties basically. All right, and up next we have the Marshall Emberton. This is the first generation model because the second generation model came out very recently. So yeah, this one, it retailed for $150 US. I believe the second gen retails for a little bit more, 180. But yeah, Marshall as a brand, I think is more well known amongst musicians. So people who are guitarists like me are very familiar with Marshall. They're very well known for their guitar amps, one of the most famous guitar amp makers. Very recently, I think around 10 years ago, they started to enter the consumer market for headphones and speakers and stuff. So yeah, traditionally they were only making guitar amps and stuff like that. But just more recently, they started making like Bluetooth speakers and headphones and stuff like that for consumers. So yeah, it's like 20 hours of portable playtime. This is the smallest model that they have. They also have other bigger models in their lineup. But I do like their aesthetic because, you know, I'm a guitarist, so I'm used to the Marshall aesthetic that looks like a guitar amp. All right, so compact portable speaker and 20 hours of playtime, 0.7 kilograms, IPX7 resistant, signature sound. Yep, here it goes, 20 hours, IPX7, multi-directional control knob, portable speaker, okay. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's take a look. All right. So what do we got here? This thing, we got established 1962. That is when they were founded. Yes, they pioneered the modern guitar amp market, making some of the first like classic rock amps that people used. The Who, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, you know, Guns N' Roses, so many different, AC/DC, so many different bands used Marshall. They're just the most famous guitar amp company, I think, along with Fender. All right, so here's the speaker itself. Let's see if there's anything else. USB-C cable, yes, charge USB-C, as it should. Then the Marshall Emberton, you got the safety stuff here. Quick start guide right here. Look how, I love how edgy it looks, right? Really trying to appeal to musicians and people here, like really trying to be edgy here with their advertising. I mean, like the tattoos, right? I know that's the market they're trying to go for, is the edgy market. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, like they just associated so much with rock music and stuff. All right, so here's the Marshall Emberton. It looks quite a bit different than the JBL, the UE, the Bose, and that's really because it's obviously rectangular, not cylindrical. But this apparently is 360-degree sound as well, so that's how they advertise it. Even though it doesn't look like a 360-degree speaker, it is, because that's what Marshall says. So yeah, the aesthetics, I really love it because it really does look like a mini guitar amp head. Yeah, so I mean, as a guitar player and as a musician, yeah, I just love the classic Marshall look. Just reminds you of those, I don't know, rock amps and like classic rock, hard rock, all those guitarists with those stacks of Marshall amps behind them. Just really looks similar to that. Back looks like this. It's got this like nice water resistant type of coating, right? It's you can tell that you can splash water on it and, you know, it won't affect it because, yeah, it really looks like the type of material that can handle water well. So here, it charges with USB-C. There is no aux in, huh? No aux in for this one. Nope. This is like the control knob. So yeah, I guess you would this way to go like next track, this way to go previous. Then plus and minus volume buttons right here. I guess you would press it to play pause. So this little, I guess you can use it to, what if this works for volume as well? But yeah, definitely you can use it like this. I mean, it's like a all-purpose knob right here that you can use. Bluetooth, there's the pairing button right here. There's also a battery charging indicator kind of status bar, which is really cool as well. So yeah, that's it. That's the Marshall Emberton. All the controls are basically on this knob here, and then the Bluetooth button here. I'm guessing one of these is also the power button too. The USB-C. There's no 3.5 millimeter aux input, unfortunately. But yeah, let's see how this one compares. It's not a cylindrical type, it's like a rectangular type, but still 360 degrees. So we can compare how this one sounds too. All right, next up, I just want to talk a bit about my Bose SoundLink Revolve, which is also going to be in this comparison. I've had this speaker since 2017, so about 5 years now, which is why it looks so dinged up. It's because I brought it everywhere with me. Whenever I travel, whenever I went to the US or to Korea, I brought this with me. So I've used this one a lot, and yeah, it's been a pretty good speaker. Just wanted to test it out against these other ones. So yes, the Bose SoundLink Revolve, this is a smaller version. I think it was around 200 bucks US when it came out. This is a 360 degree speaker, as you can see. It's a cylinder. Charges with micro USB. That's because this is a older speaker than some of the other ones we've seen, and 3.5 millimeter aux jack right here, which is nice. So you don't have to have Bluetooth to use this. At the bottom here we have a magnetic charging. This is for a dock that you can buy. I actually have it, so you can put it on the dock and it'll charge without having to connect the micro USB. So that's nice. And then it has a tripod mount, so you can actually connect it onto a tripod and put it into positions, you know, where normally the SoundLink Revolve couldn't really use. So, and you have a tripod mount, which is really nice because it gives you a lot of flexibility with where to place the SoundLink Revolve, right? So you can just put it anywhere. You have like a tripod. I have like a Gorilla Pod, so I can really put it anywhere with this thing. Or you can, you know, just put it in the middle of a room, or, you know, towards the wall, wherever you want to put it. It gives you flexibility for placement. And then at the top, so this is a microphone here. It does link to Google Assistant and Alexa, I believe. So you can press this button to activate the Assistant. This is a Bluetooth pairing. This is to activate the aux. And this is the power button, of course, and then the volume buttons right here. So pretty simple controls, and it is IP67 water resistant as well. So yeah, my good old Bose SoundLink Revolve will also be in this comparison test. So another speaker I want to put into this comparison is the Positive Grid Spark Mini. So this is a $200 guitar amp. It's a portable guitar amp. It's battery powered. You can see at the top here, these are the settings for the guitar amp section, and you can put your guitar in and just practice. It's really meant to be a practice guitar amp, and you can bring it outside for practicing. But it's also a portable Bluetooth speaker as well, and that's how it also markets itself. So yeah, there's a line out here for headphone, aux in, charges with USB-C, and here's the Bluetooth pairing and power button right here. So yeah, I also wanted to check out how this functions, how well this does as a Bluetooth speaker compared to the other dedicated Bluetooth speakers that we have. So this is a Bluetooth speaker as a secondary function. And yeah, I'm just curious, this Positive Grid has also marketed this aspect as well, mainly as a guitar amp, but also as a secondary function as a portable Bluetooth speaker. And at the bottom, there is a passive radiator here to add more bass. So yeah, we'll see how well this performs. So I do want to add this one in the comparison as well, the Positive Grid Spark Mini. All right, and up next we have the Klipsch Heritage Groove Bluetooth speaker. This retails for about $150 US. So yeah, it's right around the price range in between the UE and the JBL, I'd say. So yeah, let's take a look at this one. So a little bit of background about Klipsch. They've been in the loudspeaker business for a very long time, I believe since the 1940s. They're very well known for their home speakers, and especially for their horn-loaded sound. I've had a few Klipsch speakers in the past. Generally, they make some pretty good quality, nice looking, like mid-century looking products at an affordable price. So yeah, I generally consider Klipsch a pretty good value brand. The stuff is not too expensive, sounds pretty decent. So yeah, you can see the Heritage Groove, portable speaker, legendary detailed Klipsch sound, mid-century modern design, and that's one of the things I really love about Klipsch. They're pretty unique compared to other speaker manufacturers because of this. Their design is it's very mid-century. Like it looks like it's from the 1950s, 1960s, because they put like wood veneer on all their like products and stuff like that, and you know, have nice brushed metal like buttons and switches and stuff. So I really like the appearance of Klipsch products. That's one of the main appeal of their products too. And then 8-hour battery life from the Bluetooth. Cool. So yeah, let's take a look here. Something foam here. Okay, Klipsch, the keepers of the sound. That's how they market themselves. So it's probably just oh, I forgot that they own JBL as well. It's another really good value speaker brand. Makes really affordable, nice looking speakers. All right, so it's a little Klipsch. I like the small footprint of this. Yeah, 1946. They've been in the business for a long time. So definitely have some heritage to them. This will tell you. I mean, it's pretty simple to operate a Bluetooth speaker, so I don't think I really need this, but there are instructions there. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, yeah. I mean, this looks to me like the Marshall, and this I really like how they look, just because the design is probably my favorite out of those two speakers, Klipsch and Marshall. All right. Okay, so this comes with this is a power brick right here, and USB. Oh, it's a micro USB. Okay, it's not a USB-C, so it actually uses micro USB. So a little bit of a bummer there. They don't use the modern USB-C. Okay. I've owned a few Klipsch products before. I had the Klipsch R4B soundbar. I've had the Klipsch Pro Media 2.1 computer speakers. I've had the Klipsch R41 PM powered monitor speakers, and I've had the Klipsch the 3 wireless speakers before. So I've had the bigger version of this. So this to me is like a miniaturized version of a Klipsch the 3 or a Klipsch the 1. Yeah, so those are like kind of bigger Bluetooth speakers that you put on your desk, and it looks like a furniture basically, and it's really nice. It's got like this nice wood veneer on top of it, and you know, this nice like metal spun buttons and knobs and stuff. So I had the Klipsch the 3 before, so this to me, the Heritage Groove, looks like a miniaturized version of that, which is really cool, right? So you can see like the Klipsch logo here. It's nice grill. It's actually very reminiscent of the grill and the Marshall, and actually the Positive Grid as well. Let me check. Yeah, the Positive Grid. This is the grill and the Positive Grid. So yeah, it kind of looks like that. And then yeah, this nice top panel here, the brushed metal here. You can see the controls. So you got power, Bluetooth, aux, play, pause, and hang up, I guess. And then the volume buttons here, and a microphone. And then at the back here, you got an aux in, and micro USB, not USB-C, unfortunately. I don't know why they didn't use USB-C, but micro USB DC in. So yeah, you'll just have to carry around an extra older cable. But otherwise, I really like the appearance of this. I've always loved the appearance of Klipsch products. Yeah, so that's how it looks. So again, like with other Klipsch products, I think it's beautifully designed. Looks like it's something that could come out of the 1950s or 1960s, very mid-century look. I've always loved that about Klipsch products, but we'll see how it sounds. Yeah, and just based on experience, Klipsch products have always sounded pretty decent as well, especially for the price. So stay tuned. So that's it, guys. You've heard all 6 of these Bluetooth speakers. So yeah, let me know in the comments section what you think of them. Personally, I feel like when I listen to these speakers, just going through each of them, the Positive Grid Spark Mini, I mean, you can tell that this wasn't like meant to be first and foremost a Bluetooth speaker, because some of the frequencies seem a little bit off to me. So I mean, it's definitely serviceable as a Bluetooth speaker, but just yeah, it just sounds a little bit off. It sounds like it's emphasizing like different frequencies that sounds a little bit weird or off to me. I mean, definitely it's meant to be first and foremost a guitar amp, and secondly a Bluetooth speaker. I mean, still perfectly fine if you want to use this as a Bluetooth speaker, but just yeah, compared to the others, it just sounded a little bit weird and off. Some of the frequencies are a little bit odd to me. And then the Bose SoundLink Revolve, I still think overall it's a pretty nice sound. Little bit of a bass push on this. So just like with their headphones, Bose puts in some bass enhancement. So definitely I can hear that they try to push the bass a little bit more, but still pretty impressive given the size of this. This and the Marshall might actually be the smallest Bluetooth speakers among the whole group. So it's pretty impressive what Bose is able to get out of the size. But yeah, generally I do like the sound. I mean, I've used this as my main Bluetooth speakers for a few years now, several years actually, and yeah, definitely overall nice sound. They definitely try to push up the bass and make it sound bigger than it actually is, which is cool. Then the UE booms, I think overall pretty nice as well. More bounce than the Bose, but I don't know, I think that the Bose has a little bit more punch to it. Maybe it's because of the enhanced bass or something like that. Definitely when I tested the UE booms, they don't sound all that much bigger than the Bose, even though, well, yeah, I think it's bigger than the Bose by a little bit, right? The UE booms are a little bit bigger than the Bose, but it didn't actually sound much bigger. Yeah, so something Bose is doing with their technologies makes this one sound a lot bigger than it actually is. Then the UE booms, they don't sound that much bigger than the Bose, even though they are physically bigger. And yeah, I just feel like the Bose has a little bit more punch to it than the UE booms. It has a little bit more presence, personally. And then the Marshalls are actually pretty impressive. Then they don't have like a huge bass push like the Bose does. So definitely a bit more balanced. And I mean, just for the size, again, it sounds pretty nice for the size because of how small it is and everything. I also really like the appearance of the Marshall. I mean, just personally as a guitar player, I love the look of the Marshall. It just looks like a tiny guitar amp head. Yeah, which is very fun. And yeah, the sound definitely sounds bigger than it actually is. Now, compared to the Bose, depends whether or not you like the bass on the Bose. The Bose definitely has a bass push on it. The Marshall seems more bounced. I mean, there's still bass on this, just not as pushed as the Bose. So it depends what you want. I think for small Bluetooth speakers, the Marshall and the Bose are very impressive for what it is for the size. And then the Klipsch Heritage Groove, I definitely feel a bass push on this as well. So I definitely think they pushed up the bass just like they did on the Bose. I don't know how well you guys heard on the recording, but I could definitely hear it. Yeah, so if you guys like bass, then the Bose and the Klipsch are both pretty good. I could definitely hear some noticeable push of the bass on here. And personally, I think this one looks, yeah, this and the Marshall probably looks the best. I mean, for that nice mid-century design, I mean, it looks pretty awesome. And yeah, overall, I do like the Klipsch sound a lot. I just feel like maybe the bass is a little bit pushed up too much. I mean, it's definitely present, that's for sure. So depends if you like that kind of sound. But personally, I prefer the Bose maybe even a little bit more than the Klipsch in terms of the evening out of the other frequencies. I just feel like the bass kind of is pushed a little bit too much on the Klipsch. Kind of drowns out the other ones, the other frequencies. Now, the JBL Charge 5, I actually think this one sounds the best out of all of them. I don't know how well you guys can hear on the recordings, but the JBL doesn't have like an extreme bass push or anything like that, but it has a lot of detail and clarity, at least compared to these other speakers. So yeah, I can definitely hear like the sound is, I mean, just all around, I could hear more clarity out of the JBL. So I think overall JBL has the best sound quality. It's not the best looking. I personally don't really like this look. It's like it's like it's for children, you know, like you just throw it in by the pool somewhere. It's like one of those you know, things. It's too colorful and just, it looks like it's for children. But anyways, I don't like the look, but I do like the sound. I think the JBL Charge 5, to me personally, has the best sound. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but yeah, not too much of a bass push, but it's just overall balanced on all the frequencies, and just I can hear a lot of clarity out of this. More clarity and detail than the other Bluetooth speakers. So that's it, guys. This is my opinion. Yeah, so it depends what you want to go for. If you want bass, then I think the Klipsch or the Bose is good. If you want probably just overall the most well-balanced detailed sound, the JBL is probably the best. Based on appearance alone, probably the Klipsch or the Marshalls. And if you just want like really good for the size, the Bose and the Marshalls are very impressive for the size. And yeah, I just felt like the JBLs had more presence and fullness to it. And I think that was my main problem with the UE booms, is that they didn't have the presence or the fullness that the JBLs or even the Bose had. So yeah, definitely I think the JBLs out of these guys sound the most, they have the best clarity and detail out of all of them. And yeah, the Klipsch Heritage Groove, I really wanted to like this one because I know I love the design of Klipsch products and everything. But yeah, sound-wise, I just think that they pushed up the bass a little bit too much, which kind of drowns out some of the other frequencies. And as a result, you don't hear as much clarity out of the Klipsch as I would have liked. So yeah, I mean, you can hear a difference between the JBL and the Klipsch for sure. Again, depends on your preference, but I definitely prefer the JBL more. I just felt like that the Klipsch, the bass kind of drowned out too much of the high end. JBL just more balanced. So yeah, overall, I think it depends on what you guys want and are looking for. So if you guys are looking for a lot of bass and presence, then I think the Klipsch and the Bose are good. I mean, I personally feel like the Klipsch pushed up the bass a little bit too much, and yeah, to the point where it kind of drowns out the other frequencies, so you don't hear as much clarity out of it. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of bass and presence to it. The Bose, I feel is overall pretty nice, especially for the size, and the Marshall as well. So if you guys are looking for the smallest speaker that has, you know, a big sound, then the Marshall and Bose are pretty good. Just the Bose has more of a bass push than the Marshall does. And if you guys are just looking for a really good looking speaker, the Klipsch and Marshall I feel are the best looking. And then the JBLs overall, I feel like they have the most, like everything is the clarity, it's more balanced. Yeah, it has the soundstage, the presence. Just overall, I like the JBL the best. I feel like it's the most detailed out of all of them. And the UE booms, yeah, I just feel like it doesn't have the presence of any of these speakers. I mean, the sound is fine. It's just, yeah, I just feel like it's outdone by the JBL in terms of having the overall, you know, presence and clarity. And if you want, you know, just a more presence, then you go for the Klipsch, or even the Bose would actually outmatch the UE booms. And then the Positive Grid Spark Mini, I'm sorry, but I think you better just stick to being a guitar amp. Doesn't really compete with dedicated Bluetooth speakers like these. So that's it, guys. It's my personal opinions on all of these. Yeah, Marshall, I feel like, I mean, it's really good for the size, but obviously the JBLs are bigger, so they're going to have more presence than the Marshall. So yeah, I mean, overall, my personal opinions on all these, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching.